Boruto Chapter 79 changed the game in a lot of different ways for the series as a whole and the series going forward. Now today, I want to talk about that theory I was talking about in my last Boruto video of if the Jonin were hunting Boruto like the Akatsuki were hunting Naruto. A dynamic like this could save the whole series as we know it, right? Boruto lacks that tension. Even when Boruto has written in tension, it doesn't really feel right. A huge issue with the Jigen, Sasuke, and Naruto fight is that Sasuke and Naruto got rolled in the first fight, and then in the second fight, it was like the next day or something. We know Jigen just brutally beat Naruto and Sasuke, and when he gets upgraded to Ishiki, it's like, what, are we supposed to feel like they have any chance in that fight? Like, I don't understand the decision there. And throughout the whole series, there's moments like this. Between the random power-ups, Kawaki and Boruto being overpowered villains, there's a seemingly lack of tension. Having Boruto be hunted by the Jonin would create that tension, right? Because it's a battle that Boruto could win. Although Boruto is super overpowered, by buffing the Jonin and allowing them to hunt him in this way that really presents them as menacing, they really could create this sort of feeling like Boruto is actually on the run from something. And I feel like Boruto as a character could evolve from that. Seeing the images from the future that they showed in the little flash forwards, it seems like though Boruto's class is going to be hunting him, right? Much like the Sasuke retrieval arc, it'll kind of be like the Boruto retrieval arc, except they actually want to hurt Boruto. Although that is interesting, pitting him against his enemies, at this point in the story, there really is very little connection with Boruto and the rest of his classmates. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. So by using Jonin instead of his actual class, those are characters we all already have a relationship with through Naruto, and unfortunately we don't really have much of one throughout Boruto, but that's all good, right? Like, honestly, who is complaining if we have like Shikamaru, Kiba, Akamaru, and all the boys hunting out Boruto? Can you imagine Lee versus Boruto? Like, it is what it is. Boruto is overpowered for no reason, and it really ruins his character at times, and him and Kawaki would be way better characters. They had way more of a normal growth rate, but unfortunately they don't, and I don't know whose decision that was, how anyone looked at that and saw Boruto and Kawaki getting that strong and thought they were making the right decision, but honestly it is what it is. For whatever reason now, we know that if Boruto ran into Lee right now, for whatever reason, it'd probably be somewhat of a competitive fight due to the karma, Boroshiki, and all the above. I think with these moments that you can create, I guess you might as well capitalize on it, right? You already got yourself in this hole of having Boruto and Kawaki be overpowered, so you might as well use it. That if they do go this route of Boruto being hunted, they don't ever like double back, and also they take some time and make it slow down a bit and really have Boruto ingratiate himself in the whole hunting nomad lifestyle. Now, I know they're probably not going to be able to do that because Boruto's a monthly and it works against the series time and time again. It seems like that's not going to change for whatever reason it may be, that they just don't want to make it a weekly, and honestly, there's no point in even wishing for it because it's not going to happen. But when Boruto does fight, they need to improve some of the fights a little bit, and there's not enough sense of like actual value in the fights. A lot of the fights are with people you're not connected with. Maybe when Delta pulled up on Naruto and all the kids, that was alright, right? Because you get the feeling that Delta was a mercenary, at least in that moment, right? When she's first introduced. But Code is a character we should feel somewhat connected with. Code is like weird. Like, who would support Code? Code is really just sitting there because he was obsessed with Ishiki. Like, what? Like, why would anyone actually care? Right? With Eida, it's like she's obsessed with Kawaki, but she was also added like into the story seemingly kind of late. And then like Amado is there. Amado seems interesting, but for whatever reason, Amado isn't activating any of the plot points for whatever reason. But when you're using something like the Jonin coming after Boruto, right? The Jonin are coming after Boruto because he hurt Naruto, and then we already have a whole series that built that connection there. They would be furious. Like, they would literally be going after Boruto with the intent to kill because they think that he killed Naruto due to the switch that Kawaki did. Or Eida did, rather. Something that would be really cool. Like, can you just imagine like a Kiba and Akamaru like chase scene? Can you imagine like 1010 laying a trap and she actually did something in this anime? Isn't that hilarious? They had another chance to do something with 1010 and they were like, nah, you got it on the sideline. Like, Lee can have a dope fight with the gates and then the karma, like all these things, right? And then you could have the Shika Chio. That could also be like the first time in however long since we properly saw it Thie could go hunt him down. Like, there's so many things you could do, and it just feels weird. Now, I do wonder, though, I was talking about this in my last video, and it's really interesting. Is their perception on Sasuke different as well, right? Because if their perception on Sasuke is the same, right, they wouldn't really understand, right? Because I'm going to assume, right, just taking another leap here, and I know we're taking a lot of leaps, but that's the whole video, all right? If Sasuke is with Boruto, and they don't have a different memory of him, they're going to be pretty, like, skeptical. Are they going to think Sasuke betrayed them again? What is going to happen there? That dynamic is going to be interesting. And honestly, I really hope they don't screw it up. I swear to God, if they have it go back and reverse this whole thing quickly, that would be so lame. The only way I would be satisfied if they reverse this is if they had Boruto or Sasuke kill Eida. That would be sick. That would be pretty dope. Only way it's applicable. But furthermore, as I was speaking earlier, then you have some of the Sasuke matchup fights too. And then you could have a whole joint fight. Could you imagine Boruto, Sasuke, and Sarada going up against all of Boruto's class and all of Naruto's class? That would be a pretty sick matchup. Now, they need to take the time with the fights and reevaluate what made Naruto Part 1 fights good. And what made Naruto Part 1 fights good helped that in Shippuden, it was like a really fulfilling feeling no matter what was going on. Even if there wasn't like a deep emotional connection, it was still like, okay, we've seen these characters grow, so it's really cool to just see them in that light. And Boruto doesn't have that. Like, we haven't really had a lot of times Boruto gets sidelined in his own story, and it's really sad, but it is what it is. He gets sidelined in his own story. So let me know what matchups you think would be really cool if Boruto is getting hunted. That dynamic would be so fascinating. I'm sure you guys all agree. The Jonin hunting Naruto like the Akatsuki did. Some of the comparison you can make with the Akatsuki is if they broke into 2-man cells. Or I guess you might as well just do 3-man cells if it's just a Jonin from Naruto's class. There's so many interesting matchups there. I feel like too, Kashin Koji could just be something of a way to hide away Boruto. Kashin Koji managed to stay hidden for the last 2.5 years, so maybe he could hide Boruto away too. There's so many ways the story can evolve from here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And I'm thinking about, for a new video, rereading the entirety of Boruto and giving you my thoughts on it from that perspective. Because, right, when it comes out every month, we're a little disconnected sometimes, and we forget very easily some of the stuff that happens. So let me know. We're just getting started. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and I will see you in the next video.